Today is the 21st of September 2023, and I would like us to discuss the topic inequalities. Okay, before I start today's lesson, thank you to everyone who has been watching our videos. Okay, please, can you consider subscribing, sharing, liking, and following us? Okay, I will appreciate that. And if the account is not yours, please ask for permission before you do that. Thank you. I normally write, please follow my notes/script in the comment section, because for instance, if I'm doing a question on area, my answer might be centimeters squared or meters squared. If I'm doing a question on volume, my answer will be like centimeter cube or meter cube. If I'm doing a question on length, like arc length, my answer will be meters because it's just length. At times, I watch the video and I realize that maybe instead of centimeter cube, it just comes out as centimeters. Okay, I'm figuring out why it is so, because I use my phone, and at times if a notification come in and I'm recording, maybe that part might be silent, because at times I'm like, I think I said this. Okay, but when I watch the video, that part is silent or it gets coming out as centimeters. So please follow the notes, okay? Because if I want to record, then it means I might have to do it like 10 times. Okay, but the note is accurate and I show a little bit at a time. So please follow the notes. Okay, thank you very much on that. Please beware of scammers. Okay, don't be scammed. Don't give money to anyone that you don't know of. Okay, if they have an orphanage and they want money for themselves, that is their problem. But most of them are scammers anyway. Okay, you can always get pictures from internet to prove your point or whatever you want to get from somebody. Okay, so please don't be scammed. Now, I'll recap. Yesterday, I introduced you to more formulas, okay, and I asked you to add them to your flashcard, okay. Sadly, you might end up getting like 6 or 7 flashcards, okay. And if you are solving questions, instead of going through a whole big bundle of notes, you have the flashcard in front of you, so you can use those bits to solve it. And as you do that, then you become familiar with it, and then you may not need a flashcard anymore. Okay, so that is the point of that. If you have another way of learning, that's fine, but for me, flashcard works well for me, and I know it has worked well for a lot of students. Okay, so if you have a flashcard, please update it. ask you to write out on flashcard for easy access and revision. That's what I've just explained. And then we looked at some examples. So you remember the cone and the sphere example, where we had to use two formulas. Okay, even with the sphere, we didn't have to use the whole sphere. We found the area of the full sphere. And because it is just half we want, we divided the answer by half. Okay. If you've not watched it, please go back and watch it. Okay. Today's starter. Okay. Again, what I'm going to share with you is not to scale. We use eye judgment. Okay. So we want to label axis X and Y and plot the coordinates given. Okay. So here is my axis, that is my Y here, and that is my X there. It never changes. Okay, so if you are given a distance time graph, they might say to you, plot the distance on the y-axis and the time on the x-axis. So you might have to know what is your x-axis and what is your y-axis. The upper part for the y is the positive. That part here, the right part for the x, is the positive. That is the negative, the down part for the y. And the left side of the x is the negative. Again, I've used eye judgment. Okay, we've talked about this in our videos. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8 equal intervals. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 equal intervals. -2, -4, -6 equal intervals. -2, -4, -6, -8. Eye judgment again, equal intervals. The center is the origin. So our first point A, we are asked to plot 0, 0. So 0 on the x, 0 on the y. B is 4, 2. So 4 on the x, 2 for y. So that is B. C is 8, 5. So 8 on the x. Okay. 5 on the y. There. D is 6 -2. So 6 on the x, -2 on the y. There. E is 4 -4. So -4 on the x, -4 on the y. So that is our E. F is -4 -2. So -4 on the x, -2 on the y. Okay. G is -8 -4. So -8 on the x and -4 on the y. So that's G. H is -6 0. So -6 for x, 0 for y. So that will be on this line. Okay, y is 0. On this line, x is 0. So that will be -6, 0 -6. Okay, because on this line, x is 0. Now I is -8, 6. So -8 here okay, and 6 there. So that's I. J, the last one, is -2, +5. So -2 for X and +5 for Y. Okay, we've done this. We've used it to plot graph. It gets a revision. Okay, you can go and look at the videos that we've done this. Okay, we've plotted the line graph. Okay, but it gets to actually give you something to think about in case you didn't grasp that, so that after this, go and watch the video again. Okay, look at the line graph. Okay, if at the moment you are figuring out how to plot coordinates, this might be your starter. Okay, if not, you still gain just by watching it and listening to it. Now, today we want to look at inequalities. Again, I've done a video on inequalities. So let's look at it. So we'll do that, revise quickly, and then add a few things. Okay. Now, this is the less than sign. If you look at mathematical symbol is there. This is less than or equal to. That is the greater than sign. That is greater or equal to. Okay. Now, everybody has a way of figuring it. Okay. What I figured was less than L. So this sign looks like a slanted L. Okay, so immediately I could realize that this looks like a slanted L. That's my less than. So that will be less than or equal to. The other one is greater than then. Okay, so that is how I figured it out. Okay, you might have to find a way of figuring out. Some people use other means. Okay, but to me that looks like a slanted L, and less than starts with L. So immediately I could figure that this is a less than. Every other will be a greater than. Okay, because it gets to inequalities. That will be less than or equal to. That will be greater than or equal to. Now, if you are drawing the graph, which I remember saying on the number line, okay, if you are drawing a less than or a greater than, you use an open circle. Okay, if you are drawing with the equal to sign attached for a less than or a greater than, you use a closed circle. That is a closed circle. Okay, that is my closed circle. It's shaded in between. Okay, so let's look at some examples. So straight away, that is a less than because it looks like a slanted L. Okay, so represent x equals less than 10 on the number line. So here I'm going to use an open circle. Now I need 10. So again, by eye judgment, okay, 0, 5, 10, 15. Okay, so I need an open circle, and my line will go there because x is less than. So anything below 10, x is less than 10. So anything below 10 will fall into this category. Okay. Now, x is less than or equal to 10. So we use the close sign x equals to 10 but less than 10. So anything below 10 is here, but it stops at 10. Okay. X is greater than 10. So open sign again. So anything greater than 10 and upward will fit in this inequality. X is greater or equal to 10. So here again we need the closed circle. So x is greater than 10 but equal to 10. So it starts at 10 and then anything upward it goes. So this is how I've drawn it. Okay. Now x, this one is a bit complicated. So this part, x is less than and equal to minus 10. So x is less than 10. Okay, so x will be equal to minus 10. So this part of the equation, we will use a close sign, and that part we will use an open. So x less than 10 minus 10. So straight away on top of minus 10, x is equal to minus 10 but less than. Okay, so it will be between it will be equal to minus 10 here. Okay, now x is less than 10. So x is less than 10. That'll be the open box. So what it means here is x will be between minus 10 and 10, but at minus 10 is equal to minus 10. Because if you flip the equation to the other side, then x is greater or equal to minus 10. I hope you understand. So if I cover this part of the equation here, okay, and I flip it the other way there, then on its own, x is greater or equal to minus 10. Okay, and then if I cover this part, s is less than minus 10, which is that part. So actually what it's telling us is x is equal to minus 10, but it should be between minus 10 and 10. So that's why we have this here. Okay, now x again lies between minus 10 and 10. So straight away here, there'll be an open circle. There'll be a closed circle. So if I take this part of the equation here, x is less or equal to 10. So there is less than 10 equal to 10. And then if I cover this, okay, and put the s on the other side, then x is greater than minus 10, which is here. Okay, so that's why the line goes in between both. Have a think about it. Okay, now let's look at some simple analogies first. So assuming you've been asked to solve this equation with the equal to sign, find x. Okay, now 7x plus 8 equals 29. Now we are told to find x. So 7x equals 29 minus 8. If we bring the 8 to this side, 7x equals 21. So x equals 3. So if we put x equals 3 back into this equation, we have 7 times 3, 21, plus 8 will be 29. Now we are doing inequalities. So instead of the equal to sign, I'm going to bring a less than. Okay, same equation, less than. So we are going to solve it and then represent it on the number line. Okay, so the same equation. So let's see. Now 7x plus 8 is less than 29. Now if the 8 goes to that side, it will subtract. So 7x is less than 29 minus 8. 7x is less than 21. Now if I divide both sides by 7, okay, not minus, by plus 7, x is less than 3. Now to put this on the number line, okay, we need an open circle and our number line from 3. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3. Here again, not to scale, just by eye judgment. So that's my open circle on top of 3. And then that's my arrow here. So the same question, that is an equation, that is an inequality. Okay, so now x is less than 3 here. Okay, I intentionally brought the equal to sign here to show you that it is similar how we solve an equation and inequality, except for one rule, which I'll say towards the end of the lesson. Okay. Let's have a look at another example. So let's look at this equation again. Another equation. 14x. 14 minus 2x equals 30. Okay. Now let's find x. We are doing an equation because it has equal to sign. Okay. This is not an inequality. Okay. So now minus 2x. This is plus 14. If I bring it to this side, it becomes minus 14. Minus 2x equals 16. Okay. Minus 2x divided by 2. So if I divide this side by 2, I have to divide this side by 2. So x equals minus 8. Okay. Now, the same equation, instead of the equal to sign, I'm going to put greater or equal to. So now it becomes an inequality. So we are going to solve the inequality and represent it on the number line. Okay. So 14 minus 2x is greater or equal to 30. Minus 2x is greater or equal to 30 minus 14, because this is plus 14. If we bring it to the other side, it will become minus 14. Now 13 minus 14 is 16. So minus 2x is greater or equal to 16. Now if we divide both sides by 2, okay, first of all, let's divide both sides by 2. We have minus x greater or equal to 16. But our inequality should be x. So now, if we multiply both sides by minus 1, we get rid of the negative. So the negative goes to 16. And then x is less or equal to minus 16. This is where inequality is. I wanted to show you about inequality. Immediately you multiply or divide by a negative number or a negative integer, you need to flip the sign. That is the exception to the inequality rule. Okay. Sorry, minus 8x equals 8. Okay, so x is less or equal to minus 8, not minus 16. Okay, so our graph now, if that is 6, 7, 8, that will be our 8. So our closed box now starts from here. Okay, ignore this, not this, and then the line goes all the way that way. Okay, so that is our minus 8. Sorry. Okay, so x is less or equal to minus 8. Okay, so when you are solving this kind of questions, you have to be careful, because look, I just showed you the equation bits and I've just forgot to divide by 2. So I'm doing 2x instead of x. Okay, so x is less or equal to minus 2 because we need to flip the sign. When you multiply or divide an inequality by a negative number, the inequality sign flips. Okay, so if you have a less than, you have to change it to greater than. If you have a less than or equal to, you have to change it to a greater than or equal to, and it works for then vice versa. Okay, so here, there, because I'm dividing by minus 1, then and making this minus 1, I need to change from greater than, and making this minus 8, I need to change from greater than or equal to less than or equal to. But it's still a closed circle. So the closed circle now will start from there, 8 minus 8, all the way, because it's less than or equal to. And from our work of integers, all these numbers are less than. Ignore this, please. Ignore this 0. It's not minus 16, it's minus 8. Okay. Okay, so all these numbers, okay, are less than, but x is less or equal to -8. Okay, so this is where we'll stop our lesson today. I've done an earlier video on inequality, and in mathematical symbols I introduced this topic as well. So have a look at it and just watch it, okay? And I hope it helps you. I appreciate you watching my video today. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next lesson.